We are back to the R. Somerton, the Gate to Midtones site, and looks like we have some good signs of a site popping up here. This is a daffodil, comes back every year. I'm gonna pick it, there's a ton of them out here. But little yellow flower, and then you can probably see a darker grass growing here, it looks like. But it's actually a crocus. It has little purple flowers on it. This is what it looks like before it blooms. Very identifiable, as well as these. So when you're looking for a site, always good signs. The Somertons, it's part of their flowers that they planted. So today we have the little 6-inch laser beam coil on. We're gonna hunt with that, and we're also gonna hunt in field 2. Since this is a mid-tone site, we're gonna focus on those and see what we can find. So let's get our machine set up and get metal detecting. We are already in field 2. So let's go ahead and get into noise cancel and run that. Go ahead and ground balance. Nice and ground balanced. Came in at a 7. We're gonna hunt in 50 tones today just to change things up. I don't want to find a whole lot of lead, but I don't want to cancel out gold. So 11, 12, 13 is gold. So I am right now, I'm at 11. So I'm gonna accept that one, and I'm also gonna accept 10. So from 10 to 38 is what I'm accepting today. Recovery speed's 4, which you don't have to worry about setting it too high with a 6-inch coil because there's just not a lot of surface area. And original iron bias is going to be 0. So that's all we have. Let's get to hunting. So this is the cellar hole. Seems like we found all kinds of cool little stuff right around this thing. So let's see if our 6-inch coil will pull out some different items as well as running in field 2. So we're just going to stick up here for right now. We might put the big coil on later, but for now, this is what we're going to do. So here's the first target of the day. Nice and responsive, right about there. Brick down in there. Yep. Wow, that's a big old square nail. So we start the day with a big square nail, but it's fine with me. Here's a 1719. Seems pretty deep. Center of it's right about there. Let's try it out. It's a good solid reading. So it did change on me, so I know it's not iron. 17. And there it is. That's a pretty good find. But here, this is a square nail that was in there with it. We have this, and it's a nice suspenders clip. Whoa, if I can keep a hold of it. But it has some kind of ring up here as well, so I'm going to clean on that gently. So here it is, cleaned up a little bit. It's a nice little suspenders clip. Has a little bit of decoration going on up there, but you can maybe see some writing there. I'll try to make some notes on that in the closing flyover of all these things. But it does have something going on up here which looks like it was broke. Probably the reason why we just found it. So, cool little find. That's nice. Very loud 14. Got a lot of pinpoint. Super strong. It might be a big piece of iron, but let's just check it out. It's probably rock. Yep. It's a big piece of iron, but it's just a big old flat piece of iron. You can kind of tell those. There's some window glass, but it pinpoint how loud it is. And in that 13, 14, 15 range, if it's real loud, it's probably something very similar to this. So I had mentioned the 15s being 15, 16, might be big iron. But see, it's not pinpointing real loud, it's small, whatever it is. And it's right about there. So, I don't think that it's a big piece of iron. That's pretty neat. Just pulled up this piece of crockery and a handle off a dishware of some sort, probably like a water jug or something like that. Nice crisp 16 right here. You can see some discoloration there. Whatever it is right there. So here is our target. It might be a match to what we've already found, but I'm okay with that. Well, Thought it was another suspenders clip, but oh, there's some spikes. See them? It's another buckle. Let me gently clean this and then we'll take a look at it. Isn't that awesome? Totally complete. And I thought I broke it when I was cleaning it, because watch when I pick it up. It still works. It's dangling there. Just an awesome find, and you can tell it was hers. You can see the decoration on there. Great big spikes on there. It's pretty awesome. That makes me very, very happy to find that. That makes the whole hunt worth it right there. That's like a 27. So I'm from Kentucky, so we call these briars, but they might call them thorns or sticker bushes up here. But I'm gonna have to clean these out a little bit before we go in there after this. So now we got this cleared out a little bit. 22, 24 every once in a while. Nice small pinpoint. 1920. This is definitely got the patina for being old, but not sure what that is yet. Oh, I think I know what that is actually. But let me clean it. That's my clue on this side, and I'll show you more in here in a bit. So this is brass, and I know that for a fact. And inside here, there's some real spongy stuff. It looks like rust, but it's not. It's actually decomposing wood. Now if we look on this side, you see that shape? I'm going to try to line my glove up behind it so you can see it a little bit better. But it's got half of an octagon there. That fit on the bottom side, facing this way. The tip of my finger is the end of the barrel, right there, on an octagon barrel for, say, a flintlock rifle, Kentucky long rifle. This is called an end cap. Ramrod would have went somewhere up here. You can see that this guide right here, where it's indented underneath, that would have been where the top of the ramrod went underneath, and then further down through some brass guides down at the end, it would have inserted into the tang of the stock. So this is an end cap for a very, very old rifle. 17, 18, maybe even a 21 showing up. I don't know. It's a little iffy. It is awful deep though. Now it's not in there. Starting to see some rust. I don't know. It's my first one though. It's that. Interesting as it is. It looks like it went this way, back and forth. So we'll get it cleaned up. See if we can get some markings off of it. Not sure on that one. If anybody's seen that before, comment please. Here's a 14. It's really crisp. Huh. I see where the green is from whatever it was, or is. It's still down in here though. It's right there. So here's what we have. It's a little different clip of some sort, but let me clean it up and we'll take a look at it. So here it is, cleaned up a little bit, and I discovered some things about it. It's that this piece right here moves, and then while I was cleaning it, this little tooth right there flipped out from the dirt that I removed, and so it's a little different. I haven't seen one of those. Very loud. 13, 14, 15. Pinpoint's huge. So we'll just dig somewhere near there. But it could be an axe head. Could be something cool. Could just be a big old piece of a plow too. But definitely big iron. It's this. A piece of a scythe for cutting corn. This would have been on the wood handle part, and it would have went across the top. Typically you see a Grim Reaper pictured with one of these. Here's something to note. Whenever you're out metal detecting, you run into a lot of wildlife. Now, I have a pet rabbit. His name's Kojak. He's actually a Holland Lop. And he's just like a cat, uses a litter box and all that great stuff. But this right here looks like an animal got attacked, but it's not. It's actually a wild rabbit's pulled hair out and mixed it with hay, dug a little hole right there, and there's a nest right there. So some people like to explore those, but it's best to leave those alone just because a bunny is trying to raise its babies in there. Got a target here that's I'd say a 12. It's right there. Coming in as a clear 12 now. Oh, I see it. It is a piece of a great big spoon or fork. I'm going to say spoon. But there it is. Pretty cool find. Now here is a 13 that the machine is confident on. Yeah, it moves down to 12. It's a little bigger target, but we might actually get like a full utensil, like a full spoon or fork or something out of there. Won't be silver, but I'll be okay with that. And there it is. So they just typically come in that range. This one is made out of iron, but the machine was definitely sure that it was something decently cool. So let's keep looking. Got a strong 15, but pinpoint's real small. Hopefully it's something cool. I bet that's it. I'm sure that's made out of lead. Now it's a big lead thing. Looks like it had a pin through it right there. Came out somewhere on that side, or maybe that's an iron peg. And that's actually a cool find. Looks like this hit something. You can tell the back of it's maybe mushroomed out a little bit from being impacted, or can't tell. Looks like this side did something as well. It's a different little find. Big lead item. Now here is a target that is very welcome on a site that's been filled with mid-tones and low tones. Pinpoint's nice and small. So I'm very, very excited about this. Such an awesome little target. High probability of being exactly what we want to find. Let's see where it's at. 1920. I can see it. It's green. It's exciting. This is what it is. Might just be a flat button. Has something on it. Let me try cleaning it real quick. It is a flag of our Union Civil War token. I found quite a few of these, actually, to tell you the truth. One as of lately, but this one you can actually see the flag and the stars, and that says the flag of our Union. Now on this one you can read it a little bit better than the last one. It'll say Dix, D-I-X, in the middle, and if anybody tries to tear it down, shoot them on the spot. This is an 1863 Civil War token. You may be able to see it on the bottom, but I'll get it cleaned up at the house. So, super awesome find. Very crisp 15. Pinpoint's right there. Coming in at a 16, clear as day. Something going on in here. This is what we have so far. Looks like one of those English, or I can't remember the button, but there's a button that has orange something on the back. Well, maybe not. It's got a decoration. Let me clean it. Well, this is what we have. It is just a cool little button. Has some design on it, and I'll get that cleaned up more at the house. The back of it's kind of oddly shaped. It's just kind of beveled on the ends, and the shank's still there. I can't see any writing right now, but for text on the back, but sure is a cool button. Here's a 16, about 3 bars deep. Shows 17 as well. Let's see what this is. This is going to be our last target. I need to head home, do all kinds of stuff. Some of it's editing video for some other hunts that I've been on. There's a giant rock that came straight out of the center of that. Hopefully that's not it. But need to get home. But when I first got here, I asked the farmer across the road, because I'm having troubles going and knocking on people's doors right now for permission. And I asked him while he was on his tractor plowing a field if I could metal detect on the road, because schoolhouse number 9 used to be on his property right down the road. I can tell that from my atlas. So he said, sure, come out whenever you want. Don't even have to call. Showed me where to park, and that was it. Showing an 18-17. And see what this is. It was underneath a big rock, which is always interesting. It's just an old bullet. Not an old one either. But a bullet has been fired, a modern one. It's all rolled out, and that's about it. It's our last target. So we'll take a rock and replant it, see if it grows anything. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for checking out my videos. And until next time, take care and keep safe.